Hey guys, back with another video, and I think that Jose Mourinho is one of the best coaches in the world, maybe even of all time. But there was one stint in his career that was, maybe not more than, maybe probably more than one stint, but one stint that I don't think was amazing, but was pretty good, and I think one of the best coaches since since the Ferguson era ended for Man United. But his Man United time was kind of an odd one, and I just thought of this idea. Why not we look back at the 20 on the first, technically not the first Premier League game of the season, because technically the first game of the season was in the FA Cup that was in the Community Shield. But I'm going to start the first team that he started with for the 2016-17 Premier League season. Let's see what his team was like back then and where they are now. So let's get on to this immediately. So to start us off in the goalkeeper position, for the first game, by the way, it was against Bournemouth, and their goalkeeper was David De Gea. Now, he's actually one of the only ones that's still starting for Man United. He's currently 31 years old. I think he's been one of the best players for Man United this season, and he's been still with Man United since Mourinho was since his first game, and he's done very well. He's played like 33 games, which is a lot. Like, I think every game, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it's every game. Yeah, it is every game. So, yeah, he's done very well there. And in his first season with Mourinho, he did very good. Obviously, he didn't really do that good in 2020, at the beginning of 2020, 2021. He wasn't doing that great. He was doing very bad from like 2018 to 2020, I will say that. In 2021, though, he fixed some stuff up. So that was very good. And David De Gea, I think he's probably maybe the best one since, maybe. With all these players. Maybe there might be one more player that might be. But our goalkeeper position, David De Gea, is currently still at Man United and doing a very good job. Now we go into the right back spot. And at that time, it was Antonio Valencia. And he's like a legend for Man United. He's currently 36 and is retired from football or soccer. He had a very long time at Man United, 10 years from 2009 to 2019. After his time at Man United, he moved on to LDU Quito, probably the best team in Ecuador. And then when they released him, he went over to Mexican side, Querétaro. I'm not sure if that's how you say it, but Querétaro in Mexico. And then after the 2020-21 season, he officially retired. He's currently 36, doesn't have any like manager roles. So I think his time at Man United was very good. His time there was okay. It wasn't like amazing, but also wasn't like bad. So yeah, Antonio Valencia currently retired and 36 years old. Now we go into the left back spot. Again, like I said, we only had like 2 players in the starting 11 currently playing for Man United. Then in the left back here was Luke Shaw. Currently, Luke Shaw right now is having a very not good season. Last season he was incredible. I think last season might have been actually his best season. But this season, it hasn't been it. He only has like a few assists, and like it's been between him and Telles most of the season. And he's actually been at Man United like for a long time. I think he started off, was it Southampton, and then he moved to Man United in like 2014, I think. And he's done very well there. Well, I wouldn't say very well. He's done okay. But last season was probably his best. He's currently 26, I think. Yeah, 26. He's still starting, but it's not doing well. And apparently they are going to keep him, I think, for next season. But he's got to improve the pace. Just improve. He's got to pick up the pace because he's not doing so well for Man United at the moment. So yeah, Luke Shaw, the left back, is 26 years old now and currently playing for Man United. Now we go to the center backs. We'll start off with the right center back. He's still at the club, but he's not starting right now. So yeah, and that player is Eric Bailly. He's the Ivorian, and right, he's not doing well. I think it's fair to say he's 28, and he's been at Man United for I think they signed him in 2016. I think he was at some Spanish clubs before that, and then he signed for Man United in 2016, and it's just been trash. They signed fortunately it's just been in my opinion very bad. It had he's gotten way too many injuries. It's been very bad. I think in my opinion it's been very bad. He's just getting way too injured. He's getting so many injuries, and that they don't even know one really to trust him, because he's just gotten so many injuries that what's the point of even keeping him? You might as well just let him go. And apparently he is one of the players that Man United are preparing to let go. So he's 28 right now, still playing for Man United. And what is this? He started in 2016-17. Is what is it? Sixth season? I think sixth season. It's been it's been a while. He should. I really do think that if he wants to save his career, he's got to move away from Man United, because there's no way he's starting in that team. So yeah, Eric Bailly, currently 20 years old and still playing for Man United. Now we go to the left center back spot. That player was Daley Blind. So Daley Blind, he's currently 32. He's currently playing for Ajax. He can actually play defensive midfielder, left back, or center back. And he's having an okay season. It hasn't been great. So because obviously his time at Man United wasn't the greatest. He was there for a while. He was there from 2014 to 2018, and they moved in the 2018-19 season. But this time at Man United, he was a very good player for them. I will admit he was a very good player, but it wasn't the big player that maybe they thought they would get, because he was kind of an okay player. He wasn't a great player. Let's just say that. I'm just gonna say it like that. But he's done very well for Ajax. I think he's doing that good job, and I think he's a very good player. So Daley Blind, currently 32, playing for Ajax, and is not playing for Man United anymore. So now we go to the CDMs. We'll start with the right CDM, because by the way, they're playing a 4-2-3-1. So you had 3 defenders, 2 CDMs, kind of like a cam and another cam, or if you want to call it a right mid or a left mid. Then you had a cam, and then you had another cam in the middle, and you had a striker up top. So we'll start with the right CDM. The right CDM was Marouane Fellaini. He's currently 34 and playing for Shandong Luneng in the Chinese Super League. He is 34, so he might as well just getting the money. But he's fallen off a lot. He's got 10 goals in 20 games, but since Man United departure, he hasn't really been anywhere else. He left. He was there. He joined Man United in 2013 and left in 2019. So that's 7 seasons, 6 years. And then in 2019 moved to Shandong Luneng. I think since then it's just been I think he's not really done much. Also because Shandong Luneng have also not been the Chinese Super League has not been doing very well. Let's just say that recently. And so yeah, and he was also no, he wasn't even part of the the team that I'm thinking of. But yeah, he's just is there even many other players other than China now currently playing in the Super League? I don't actually think so. There's definitely not a lot though, because that Chinese Super League is now it's been gone for a while. I think not a lot of players have been going there. So Marouane Fellaini, 34 years old, and is currently playing for Shandong Luneng. Now we go to the left center CDM, and the left CDM was Ander Herrera. Ander Herrera is currently 32, and he's playing for PSG. It's kind of an odd one, because I feel he's not he was never a really good player. He was a good player, he was never really good. And like PSG just signed him just to sign a player. I feel like because he hasn't really done a lot at PSG. I mean, he signed in 2019. How much has he done? Like, not a lot. He signed for Manchester United in 2014. He left in 2019, and he's been with PSG since 2019. Signed Man United. It was okay. I think it was good. I think it was a very good spell at Man United. Like he did pretty well, but since he's joined PSG, he's not really a starter. He's like more of a bench player, even a reserve player sometimes, and he just doesn't do a lot. I think like he just really gets a lot of money, and like again, like his career hasn't really done a lot since his time at Man United. Just been at PSG, really just getting the money. So yeah, Ender Herrera is currently 32 and playing for PSG. So now we go to the cams. Like let's start at the left cam. In the first game of the season, this was Anthony Martial playing the left cam position. He's technically still playing for Man United. He's on loan currently at Sevilla, but he is part of the Man United squad. Currently 26, and I feel like Anthony Martial is just a failed wonder kid. Like really, he really could have become one of the best players in the world, but mainly because Man United probably wasn't the move. He just hasn't really done much. I think he signed, what was it, 2015? Yeah, it was 2015, and he's been there ever since 2015. He was at Monaco before, then Lyon. He's currently playing for Sevilla right now on loan, and it's been, I wouldn't say good. It's been okay. I mean, he's played 8 games, 0 goals. So, you know what? No, it's been pretty bad. It's not been great. And he has 1 goal in the Europa League also for Sevilla. And like I said before, I do think he's just a failed wonder kid. He's going to be leaving Man United at the end of the year. Man United do not want him. So, yeah, Anthony Martial, currently 26 years old, playing for Sevilla on loan for Man United. And I do think he could have become a lot better, but never happened. Juan Mata is our next player at the right cam position. He's, again, one of the only players still at Man United. He's not playing, though. He really is not. He's 33, turning 34 in just, like, a week. And like, he hasn't really done much, really, since that 2016-17 season, really, honestly. I mean, he signed from Chelsea to Man United in 2014. But since, like, really the 2016-17 season, what has he really done? Like, has he really done a lot? Like, he's going to be leaving, I think. If he doesn't leave this season, then I would be pretty surprised, because he's literally just getting so much money a year, and, like, that money could be used for a lot better situations and a lot better uses. He's only played 2 Premier League games. He's played 3 Champions League games, 1 EFL Cup game. So only 6 games the entire season. He's turning 34. Might as well just sell him, Man United. Like, maybe some team in Spain, like, that's getting promoted or something like that would like him. So, or want him, like, so yeah, just get rid of him. Like, there's not really a lot of point keeping him. So yeah, Juan Mata currently 34, turning 34 33, turning 34 very soon, and playing for Manchester United. Now we go to the cam position, and at the cam position, it's Wayne Rooney, currently the manager at Derby County. This was his final season at Manchester United. He's currently 36 years old, and he's coaching the EFL Championship side, Derby County. After his time at Manchester United, he would play for Everton for in 2017-18, but that would be his only season. He would actually move to DC United from 2018 to 2020, and then he'll play as a player in 2020. He moved in January, and then after like half a season or 1 season, he became the manager of Derby County, and it's been really bad. I think it's been really bad at Derby. He's really done not very well, in my opinion. it hasn't been great. It hasn't been great being manager of Derry County. Like obviously, the team has been like going in through like a lot of like deduction points and like money stuff, and like the team's gonna get relegated probably to the third division, and he's probably gonna stay. But his Man United time was obviously really well, but after the Man United time, it hasn't been great for Rooney. It really hasn't. So Wayne Rooney, currently 36, and is coaching Derby County. Now we go to the final player in the starting 11 at the striker position. And do you know who it was? Yes, it is the man, the myth, the legend. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Still playing at 40 years old for Milan. And he was the main man at the time. And his time in United, I do think it was okay. I liked him being at that team for 2 years. His first season I think was very good. His second wasn't great. Then he moved to LA Galaxy after that for 1 season. And then he moved back to AC Milan. His time in Man United, I think it was like again I said I think it was okay. It wasn't like amazing. He signed actually on a free, so I think it was very good. And he did very well. I think like he got a lot of goals. I think and I think it was a very good season. In my opinion, it was a very good season for that year, for how old he was. I do think he had a very good year. And so that's starting. And by the way, before I say that's starting 11, he's currently 40 years old and playing for AC Milan. That's the starting 11. I'll just go through the bench players quickly. On the bench, it's the first one is Marcos Rojo, currently 32 years old and playing for Boca Juniors. And the next player is Memphis Depay. Currently Memphis Depay, he actually got subbed on, currently 28, playing for Barcelona. Then the next player is Michael Carrick, currently 40 years old, and he's kind of like the assistant manager, I think, or like someone like that for Manchester United, and is retired. And like I said, like the assistant manager for Manchester United. Marcus Rashford is 24, hasn't had a great season for Manchester United so far. Currently playing for Manchester United. Sergio Romero, 35 years old, currently playing for Venezia. Only just moved this season to Venezia. Henrik Mkhitaryan. My bad. He got subbed on in this match. Currently 33, playing for Roma. And he's one of the best Armenian players, probably the best Armenian player of all time. And Morgan Schneiderlin is the final player, currently 32 years old and playing for OGC Nice. So I hope you guys like that video. Those were all the players in the starting 11 and on the bench for Jose Mourinho's first ever starting 11 in the Premier League for Manchester United. Hope you guys like this cool video, just seeing kind of like Jose Mourinho's first XI, starting 11. So hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.